UFC 313 is just around the corner. That is Alex Pereira taking on Ankalaev. Crazy main event. The co-main event unfortunately fell out with Dan Hooker pulling out due to a hand injury. Don't worry, the UFC pulled through it and got a replacement matchup of Gaethje versus Fiziev. This card, very top heavy. Main event, co-main event, definitely carried this card, but there are some sneaky bets and sneaky lineups that I think you could find here. So obviously what I'm going to be doing is giving you my quick predictions in this video. There's going to be a best bets video later on this week. Well, this video, quick predictions, come on. Starting with the prelims, ending with the main cards. Obviously timestamps are in the description, so if you, I don't know, want to see a certain fight, skip ahead, I guess, or just watch the 10-minute video that I'm about to do. Next, let's get into it. DeJourn Santos taking on Ozzy Diaz. Both guys suck. Do not bet on this fight. Simple as. DeJourn Santos, better chin, decent power in the hands, and this fight's probably going to end within the distance here. Ozzy Diaz has an okay jab. That's it. So, yeah, just a weaker chin. So DeJourn Santos going to be the pick. Don't bet on this fight, though. Or just bet KO for each guy. I don't know. Next, Marion Santos taking on Francis Marshall. Marion Santos, he's a very good prospect, very technical, he wants to keep it on the feet, but he has the wrestling in the back pocket if he needs to, just hasn't really shown it yet. On the regional scene, somewhat seen. Francis Marshall, he can do it all. He's a decent striker, he has good submissions on the ground, good entries for takedowns, and overall good takedown defense too. This fight is going to go two ways. Either Santos is going to keep it on the feet, be the more technical guy, and win probably a boring decision. I don't think he's going to knock out Francis. Francis is tough. Or Francis is going to mix up the whole MMA experience and toolkit that he has, get the takedowns when he needs to, be okay on the feet as well, and maybe find a submission round 2 or even just a boring decision. My pick is going to be Francis Marshall here, slight lean to him, reason being, this is the toughest matchup Mario Santos has experienced yet. I don't know what to expect. He looked good on the Dana White Contender Series. Francis Marshall's been in the UFC, he's tested. I like him, gonna slight lean to Francis as the underdog there. And yeah, hopefully I make some money off it. But yeah, probably do submission by Francis, I'm feeling, or decision. So if you do like the multi-bet one, do that. Next, gonna put all my eggs in the basket here, follow the herd. Gonna go with Carlos Leo. I think everybody is. He's like a -6, he's like a 6-1 favorite or something like that. Alex Morono, he's been around for a while. We all know who he is. He can strike a little bit on the ground if he needs to. He's slow and has no chin now. He's not good. Don't bet him. Carlos Leo, he's a roid cheat, so he's gonna fight for your money and willing to cheat. That's a man I want to bet on. And also, he won his debut in the UFC, even though it shows a little X there in Tapology that he lost against Fakhdinov. Watch it, he didn't lose. Big power in his hands, decent footwork too. His entries to takedowns, I don't know, he didn't really shoot them, so I can't really say much to that, but his takedown defense is good. So realistically, this fight's broken down very easy. Who's the better striker? My opinion, Carlos Leo, and it's not going to go down to the ground. So, Carlos Leo for the win there. 6-1 favorite. Who would have thought I would have picked him? Next, Bruno Ferreira taking on Armen Petrosyan. Ferreira is powerful, but no technique. Armen, in my opinion, more technique, so he's justified to be the favorite because he should be able to stay on the outside and kind of jab up Ferreira. I don't know, he's not really that powerful, but he is good, but not that powerful. And both guys really don't want to take this to the ground, but Bruno Ferreira, I'm going to say, probably has better entries for takedowns, and Armen Petrosyan's takedown defense is only 30%. So Ferreira can control the fight to some degree. I'm going to go Ferreira because I think he can catch Petrosyan when he's circling on the outside, probably in round 1. Round 1 stoppage by Ferreira. KO is what I'm going to pick there. So the pick's going to be Ferreira. Slight lean again. I'm not super confident on this pick, which is the reason why the odds are pretty close there. But I think Ferreira can catch Armen, especially off the knockout loss that Armen's coming off. Next, Joshua Van taking on Rai Tesura. Gonna go with Joshua Van. He has the UFC experience. He's experienced wins and losses, so he knows how to cope with that. Rai Tesura, he's not tested enough for me yet. He's 10-0, whoop-de-doo. He wants to take it down to the ground, which, yes, Joshua Van is like susceptible for takedowns, as we saw against his Cody Durden fight. But look what happened. He's a dog. He didn't quit on himself, kept the boxing clean, stayed on the outside. Boom, boom, boom. Cody Durden got paced up. That's exactly what's going to happen here. I'm done doubting Joshua Van. I was a doubter before. I'm on the bandwagon now. Joshua Van, 12-2. He's going to get taken down first round, but he's going to pick it up second and third round, keep the cardio good. Ray Desira hasn't lost yet. He just wants to take it down to the ground, and I don't think Joshua Van is going to allow him. It's a pretty simple game plan to fucking prepare for. Your guy wants to take it down, just train takedown defense. I'm a genius. That should be in Joshua Van's corner. So Joshua Van's the pick. Shocker. Next, Curtis Blades taking on Rivan Kuniev. Kuniev is fat, very fat. So I'm gonna go with Curtis Blades because it looks like he's worked out once in his life, where Kuniev on this picture that they've showed him, fat, very, very fat. Riziev, he just wants to take it down. Riziev, what am I calling that? Riziev. Rizvan or Kuniev, whatever you want to call him, big fat Russian. He wants to take it down to the ground. He's a wrestling man. He's also a steroid cheat too. You know, again, fight for your money like Carlos Leo Caron. But yeah, he wants to take it down to the ground. Striking's not really too good, but he just wants to take it down to the ground. Curtis Blades, we know who he is. He's a good wrestler, but he also has good power in his hands. I'm going to trust the UFC guy here, not the debuter in a sense. Curtis Blades is the pick, but these odds are pretty wide. Next, let's kick off the main card. We have Bobby Green taking on Mauricio Ruffi. I want to be on the bandwagon of the fighting nerds. Mauricio Ruffi all day. He should win, but man, it's Bobby Green. We don't know who Bobby Green is. Very crafty vet. Good boxing. He has a wrestling background as well. And he's a dog. And he has, to be honest, a solid chin. He hasn't really been caught too many times in his career. He has a mix-up of submissions, KOs, and decisions. So this fight really, I'm thinking probably decision for this fight, no matter who wins it. Mauricio Ruffi, sure, he's crafty with his little trips that he does, and, you know, very technical fighter. I'm not seeing too much power coming from him, though. And that does worry me, because if it's a boxing matchup, Bobby Green is a very good boxer. He could probably slip the jab, throw a little uppercut, catch Ruffi. I feel like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Bobby Green. Even though I think Ruffi probably does win, but I'm gonna go Bobby Green. He reps the same last name as me, Caramon. And yeah, just should be able to outbox Ruffi, but fuck, man, it's gonna be close. Don't bet on this fight, really. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a tough fight, but Bobby Green, this is gonna be the pick. Next, Amanda Lemos taking on Ismian Lucindo. Lemos is good, but if you want a lock for this fight, bet the over rounds. It's gonna go long, just like every women's fight there is. Lemos, good boxer, good scramble skills, as you saw against Mackenzie Dern in her, I think, 2 fights ago. But she's getting old, and she's starting to show that age now. She's not as fast as what she was. Ismael Lucindo, she's all right. You know, okay entries to the takedowns, but she kind of wants to keep it on the feet. You know, she's a good striking average, but she lands more than what she gets hit by. Lemos, she gets hit quite a lot. Gonna go with the prospect Ismael Lucindo, but bet the over round, so that is the smart play. Next, Jalen Turner taking on Ignacio Bahamondes. Don't know. Straight up, I wish I would be more decisive on this pick, but Jalen Turner leaning towards more UFC experience. I've seen more impressive moments. Yes, Ignacio Bahamondes did look good at UFC Noche against Manuel Torres, who was an animal at that point, you know. Quite a scary fight for Ignacio, but he looked good range. Jalen Turner, he has good power, he can find submissions, and I think he can control the fight a little bit more than Bahamondes. I may be proven wrong. Bahamondes may just be on the hype train right now, getting it done, but I like Jalen Turner, big power, good KO. Bahamondes does have the volume aspect of it, but I think Jalen Turner's gonna be able to find the bigger moments of each round. I just hope he doesn't quit. You know what? Okay, I'm switching it. Ignacio Bahamondes, the volume aspect of it, I think it's actually going to be enough to be able to overwhelm Jalen Turner. And yeah, I'm going to believe in the high chain. So Ignacio Bahamondes, going to be a very close fight though. So kind of, I say pick your side. I'm going to go Ignacio Bahamondes. Co-main event time. Justin Gaethje taking on Rafael Fiziev. What a bang. I know that we lost Dan Hooker. This is still a banging fight. I'm going to go with Justin Gaethje. He won the first fight, very close. I think he can win the second fight. You know, we all know who Justin Gaethje is. Stands there, bangs. Big power in his hands. He has good scramble skills too. good takedown defense. So this is pretty much just going to be a war on the feet, just like the first fight. And obviously if Justin Gaethje does get, I guess hurt, he can shoot for the takedown. So that is in his arsenal there. But Justin Gaethje does get hit a lot. And Rafael Fiziev, very fast. Just watch any one of his fights and you'll see just actually how fast his striking is. And also his leg kicks, very fast. But I like Gaethje. He hits harder. His leg kicks hurt Fiziev in the first fight, and also he was able to cut up Fiziev pretty easy. Fiziev has been out for a year and a half. I don't really know how he's going to look, and he's also taking this fight in short notice. This is a 3-rounder, but Gaethje wins 3-rounders too. So I like Gaethje, which was a little bit longer just because, again, he does have the cardio for days that will be able to overwhelm him. I think it's going to be a very competitive first round, but as the fight goes on, Fiziev will slow down because he throws so much so fast. And Gaethje's going to be able to win the second and third round probably. And yeah, I think it's all going to come down to the second round, because I think Fiziev is going to win the first. He's going to be the faster guy, land the cooler shots in a sense. Gaethje's still going to be very competitive. So probably round 1 Fiziev. Round 2 is when Gaethje starts kicking it on. Fiziev slows down just a little bit. And I think 2 and 3 are going to be Gaethje's rounds, probably to a mean decision, or there's just going to be a flash KO from either guy. But if I'm a better man, probably a decision. Next, main event. Alex Pereira taking on Magomed Ankalaev. A good main event, and this is the guy that everybody said Alex Pereira isn't gonna fight. He's stuck in. Look at him now. During Ramadan, that's my guy, Sharma. Gonna go with Alex Pereira. Who isn't? I just think he's the cooler guy here. He's more entertaining to watch. Big power in the hands. Very clean leg kicks too. You don't even see them coming, but they just bam. They hit you like a fucking truck. Magomed, boring. Simple as. Even in the striking matchups alone, where he's just striking, it is the most boring technique you can think of. And he did obviously say that he's not going to shoot for takedowns against Alex Pereira. And apparently, from what I heard from other analysts there, that tweet got taken down. It was probably going to shoot for a takedown, which, what a fucking nerd. But this is MMA, so I can't really be that upset with it. I think Alex Pereira is going to chin Ankalaev. And also, Ankalaev is susceptible to leg kicks. I think if Alex Pereira is smart, being able to avoid the takedowns, chew the legs up. Like, do work in round 1, round 2, chew the legs up. And in round 3 or 4, you can probably find your moment to catch him when he can't move as much, he can't shoot for the proper takedowns. You know, the takedowns do scare me because every opponent Alex Pereira has fought has taken him down. But, you know, I'm going to trust the champ. You know, let him move up, let him go to heavyweight, fight Tom Aspinall, fuck John Jones, and yeah, become the triple champ. Even I think Tom Aspinall would kill him, but besides the point. Alex Pereira for the win. I think he gets it done. So that was obviously the quick predictions, super quick. Obviously like and subscribe, and yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are, what your parlays you're cooking up, and I will see you in my best bets video later on this week. Come on.